Hi, Craig.
Hi,
Hi,
Craig.
Hello, and welcome to the BS Bros podcast. The podcast with 8 bros, 7 of us have 2 working hands, 6 of us live within 15 minutes of each other, 5 of us will probably get matching tattoos, 4 for the 4-time world champion, 3 of us have been in the military, 2 of us are Rocket League sweats, and 1 armored combat nerd. How are we doing today, gentlemen?
Doing pretty good.
I'd like to point out my arms look shredded in this light right now.
Trying to be Asian? No.
Corey, how was your week?
It's been great. You know, had a fun time. What is happening up there?
I don't know.
We released up our first video podcast just went live this last week. Hasn't been doing as good as we thought, but it'll be getting better here because this next episode that's coming out on the Sunday after we record this is supposed to be a really good one, so I'm excited. And in that podcast episode, we talked about getting some matching tattoos, but we'll go over that in a little bit. Did you decide to mess with your camera now, Joes, of all times?
What are you talking about?
The blur wasn't there like 10 seconds.
This has been on for a while.
Yeah, it's been on since before I started recording it.
Well, every time you look to
Yep.
the left, your face
Him and
gets
Isaiah
blurred.
both got that focus mode on.
Real.
Yeah, but Joseph keeps fucking up and blurring his face. It doesn't do that to Isaiah even when he turns around.
Isaiah has
Kinda
that Giga Chad lighting.
I have different lighting than Isaiah. Isaiah has a light right in front of him. I have it up here.
Isaiah, do you have a ring light?
No, it's legit just a regular light.
You can see Isaiah scrambling to find his push to talk button.
Hey, I could put the ring light in here because I stole Isaiah's.
He has a regular lamp flashing off a wall and onto him.
Hey, it's not a bad
Interesting.
Sounds like you're hating. Why not potating?
I guess I straight up forgot to introduce everyone on the podcast. We're joined today by Punky, Isaiah, Joes, Terrell, and Josh. How's everyone's week been? I know we kind of heard from Terrell a little bit. Punky, how's your week?
Yep.
Isaiah, how's your week?
Pretty good. Can't
Joes,
complain.
how's your week?
I second Punky's answer.
Terrell,
Yeah.
how's your week?
It's going pretty good.
Josh, how's your week?
Yeah.
All right, so that's what,
Yeah.
3
Yeah.
yeahs and 2 pretty goods.
Dude, I just want to say I'd like to get a full night's sleep.
Dog, I didn't even know today was Friday.
Dang, that's actually a struggle. I felt like yesterday was the weekend, and
Technically,
Maddie
this is
was
my
working.
Tuesday at work.
Damn, I left my Gatorade in the other room.
I mean, you can go get it. It's not like we're waiting on. You know what? We'll wait for you. Go ahead, get it, buddy. We'll wait for you to come back.
Yeah.
Have that
Here's
awkward.
about it, Jonah.
No.
Anyway, not to leave the podcast hanging completely, but we did discuss last week that we would have matching tattoo ideas. I'm actually really excited about mine. I want to save mine for last if possible. But does anyone have any ideas from last week?
Doodle Bob.
You want to get
Doodle
matching
Bob.
Doodle Bob tattoos?
Yes, matching Doodle Bob tattoos.
Doesn't even have to say anything. Just doodle bob.
Yep, just Doodle Bob with the pencil up.
Where
Yep.
would you want to get the Doodle Bob tattoo?
In the worst spot possible, the collarbone.
Oh no. The pencil has to be the collarbone.
Okay. All right.
And then
what about-
Mihoy Minoy going to the neck.
You got Doodle Bob on the right side of your neck, and then me Hoi Minoy on the left.
I'm down with it.
I don't know how I feel about that. Josh might get in trouble for having that on.
Hold on, let's take a pause. I got a nice little thing of Fun Dip. Go to pull my stick out.
Joe's once again punished by the 3-inch crippler.
Real.
Isaiah, did you have an idea for a tattoo? I'll just get Amber Alerts. At the
There's
Oh
a
my
Amber
God.
Alert.
I got an Amber Alert. I got an Amber Alert going off.
Don't-
Oh.
All right, boys.
Whoa.
Let's go. Let's load
Mother
up now.
found deceased at the location.
Amber Alert 10-month-old. Abducted from
10
700
months.
County Road 17 near Clovis. Mother found deceased at that location. There is currently no suspect in this incident.
Near
However, it is
Clovis?
suspected the suspect was possibly in a maroon Honda car, unknown model.
Well, unfortunately, that's far away from us. So
Very
You know what?
descriptive.
I have not seen my phone since I got home, and I've been home for about 2 hours.
Was that not your phone just reading off the Amber Alert?
That was my work phone.
Do I need to call your phone?
Maybe.
I got you.
It's-
I don't know why I'm having you call it when I could just take my work phone, but
I was waiting for something to happen, but no, nothing happened.
I know. I was waiting for something to happen too.
Isaiah, I guess we'll move over to you. Punky says Doodle Bob / me Hoimanoi. Do you have an idea for a tattoo for the boys?
hey, yo, guys, I got an Amber Alert.
I was thinking Rocket League car of our choice
Okay.
and our initials in it, but
Uh-huh,
just a side view,
uh-huh.
like a
Do you have
silhouette.
Do you have an idea of where you would want this tattoo?
Or like,
On his butt because that's an arena, boy.
yo, no. Um, I don't know.
Tramp stamp.
Can you go down to those bridges?
Get her done.
And then
Dude,
above it-
no.
and then
And the
above it
rocket
says-
boost is the little outside.
Yeah, and then above it, it either says calculated or what a save.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What a save.
It has to have like a fucking.
It's a
Phrase on
rocket
there.
league car flipping towards your butthole like it's a ball.
Oh, giving it
No,
that
you're
musty,
above your butthole, bro. Your butthole's the goal.
There you go.
hitting with that musty.
All right, I like it. I like it. Joe's, do you have a tattoo idea?
Was Isaiah first?
Punky went with the Doodle Bob, then Isaiah went. So now it's your turn.
Oh, I have my 1-inch crippler.
Wow, he lost 2 inches.
Yeah, did you see that face he made?
So-
He was like,
There's a lot, man. Okay, jeez. I think we should all get a different animal, whatever animal you want, just like just the outline of an animal, with a little cowboy hat and a gun.
Man,
Check the chat for reference.
that being said, what animal would you get?
Mine would be a panda. Here,
I'd
let
go
me
with
copy
something
this.
stupid like an ostrich.
Interesting.
I can't send pictures here.
It wouldn't help
I'll stick with
anyway.
a shark.
Yes, Will, you can pull it up.
See, mine would be a shark because it would reference to Toy Story when he goes, "Hey, I'm Woody. Howdy, howdy, howdy."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that.
Up there.
Oh, that's
Okay.
Mine would
Uh-huh.
totally work with the shark.
Now, here's the next question. Where would you put it?
That is a fantastic question. Because my arms are already all planned out, so it would, and my neck, so
Gotta be your
it'd
ass
probably
crack
go on
like
my
tramp
butt
stamp.
cheek, my leg, my thigh, or on my nipple, or right above the nip, dog.
Right
I'll
above
tell you
the
what,
nip.
man, that kind of hurts. Mine goes above the nip, and it was like, ooh.
Ooh, spicy. Mike Tyson, spicy.
Right?
Now, I'm not
Mike.
saying I hated that, but I'm a little turned on right now. No, just kidding.
Corey. Never mind.
I'm leaving.
I was pretending to be Punky in that situation, but whatever. Terrell, your
Yeah.
tattoo idea. Do you have one?
us getting a tattoo of Craig. Look at that face. Look at that face and microphone. It describes the whole team, you know.
I don't know if Craig.
I
is
knew he
still-
was coming.
I knew it.
Trademark. Yeah,
Heck
he
yeah.
totally would. He totally would have missed it if we started on time and didn't totally waste time for him to get here.
Right.
We could have
Um,
finished our damn course.
Anyway,
No, I was
testing,
thinking
testing.
all of us to get
you can't do a
like-
fucking testing on your mic mid fucking recording, John.
That's a lot of anger you got on you, brother.
I'm about to get
oh
you out
my
of here.
god.
We're-
Yeah,
That's a massive amount of anger.
Yeah, keep it.
I don't
moving.
know. Every Friday, reading the gospel, Corey's got anger towards it. Weird.
How do we? Just for a minute. Go ahead, Terrell.
Are you
finish your-
Mormon, Jeremy?
Finish your sentence.
More-
I
I was
need
gonna
Terrell
say-
to finish this sentence. We can deal with
no,
Ray in a minute.
Jure,
he gone.
Jure. No.
I was gonna
Get him
say we
back-
should get a. We
Get him
should
back
get.
in here, and I'll unmute him. But I'm trying to listen to Terrell.
Well, if you quit cutting off Terrell.
Go ahead, Terrell.
I was gonna say, you know how like the original cast for the Avengers, how they had like their own symbol and they made it into like a bigger logo.
Uh-huh.
I was gonna say like have like our initials somehow make a logo that can be like a circle type of thing. Or like in an encryptive type of tattoo. So like there would be like a P T I J K. Well, it would be two J's and yeah, just something like that.
Fantastic. Josh, your turn.
So I didn't get a chance to
Thanks.
think
Still
of
don't know
one
how
because
to
I
get
missed
this.
the last episode. However, I think I just thought of one. Going off for what Terrell said with the Avengers theme, it's going to be a tattoo of us all in the Avenger suits, but it's going to be our heads on the bodies of the heroes.
Damn, that's a lot,
Yup.
bro.
Oh man.
Gotta get it on the chest.
I'm gonna
Not
put my
my
head on
tattoo.
Josh's body because Josh is my hero.
It has to be an Avenger, sir. And Bob, Josh is not an Avenger.
Dude, I am rizzing Josh up right now.
Yeah, Josh don't want you. Why is there 56 messages on the damn Facebook group chat from
Because-
you bastards?
Because J-Ray's making a fight that doesn't need to happen. And honestly,
I think you started it.
I didn't start nothing. Tell
I'm
me,
saying that
tell
this
me
one.
what. Hold on. Tell me what I did to start this.
You
Tell
yelled
me
at
what I
I'll
did.
put my smart guy.
You
glasses
did
I
on
yell
yelled
at
at
and
him.
listen.
The dude
My
literally
support
joined and
cat
goes.
came.
The guy literally joins
He's
mid.
saving me right now.
The guy literally joins mid recording and starts going testing on his mic while Terrell is telling me his idea for a tattoo.
Well,
And I can
actually,
clearly see that Craig is in here. Craig is recording, and we are trying to do a podcast here. And this man is literally trying to jump into the mid thing and make this all about him.
he was
here's the
just
thing.
testing his stuff.
Okay, test it in a different voice chat. We have 20 other channels in another server. You don't have to jump into the recording and start this shit. This is literally the shit that fucking frustrates me with you guys. Is I'm trying to sit here and make a fucking professional thing, and you guys are just sitting there pretending it's a fucking joke.
That's
Are
the
you gonna edit
point.
that
We're
out?
here to joke around and have fun. If we're sitting there not having fun, then it's fucking boring, and that's why we
No.
get no views.
What I find the fucking issue being is that J Ray's sitting here outside of the fucking podcast making a big fucking deal about it. If he has an issue with it, have him join and let's fucking talk this out. Otherwise, what's the point of being the BS buds if there's no bullshit in the fucking recording, John?
My gosh.
Today's
Listen here,
episode
John.
is called Drama,
No,
Tattoos,
no,
and Ghost
hey,
Stories.
Terrell, hush. Listen here, John. I've been down for way too fucking long, buddy. It's been almost 10 fucking years that I've
All right. Well, that was everyone's tattoos, actually, except his.
Yeah, he was so happy to hype up his tattoo, and he just left.
Oh, Terrell, wait. Oh, wait, we did hear yours.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, the encrypted one, but yeah.
You think that man put the headset back on his head right as he went out of camera?
He's probably just trying to hear what we're trying to talk about.
Well, why are you so tired, Terrell?
Just because, physically demanding job. I move 500 pounds of pallets every day. And plus, the lead at my work decided, well, I guess he didn't really decide. Well, I guess so, because he was picking at it. He got an infection in his arm, all because he was picking at his pimple on his back.
Dipshit.
So, all that, all the feed pallets I move and all the stuff that I stack, it's just been me and some other coworker, and yeah, we just been physically demanding, pulling, stacking, and pushing stuff when he's
Sounds like
at
you getting
home.
them gains.
Oh, dude, always.
Getting
and I
yoked.
and I started going back to the gym again ever since my injury from Salt Lake. I took a 2-week rest. Now I'm back in the gym,
My man took
back
a
in the
hiatus.
training.
Nice.
That
Yep,
being
I'm
said,
getting-
Terrell, when are we
Getting
going
ready
to the gym?
Huh?
When are we going to the gym?
I don't know. When are you free to go to the gym?
Terrell, this is America.
I'm always free.
Ah.
Well, I'll be getting my membership back soon. Me and Punky are gonna start riding bikes together again.
Nice.
I need to lose some more belly weight. And then I'm gonna start working on calisthenics.
I just need to start eating healthy. That's the only thing that's getting in my way is eating healthy.
I haven't had a soda in like a month and a half, and it's very depressing. I'm miserable, and I miss soda so bad.
Dude, soda's disgusting. I don't know how you forget.
You know how I know Kirby's here? He just unmuted Jerry.
Joey, what are you doing, my dude?
Yay!
Haven't seen you. I
been
see
like
you.
a
I'm like,
Joey.
Joey.
Joey?
Joey.
Joey.
Joey!
Joey.
Yoo-hoo!
Joey.
Yoo-hoo! Big summer blowout!
Joey.
Butterbean.
Hey, is it working?
Butterbean.
Yeah!
Joey.
Hey, if I had a mean
Joey.
left hook like Butterbean, I got real good.
Hey,
Jerry.
Butterbean. That's his new nickname.
All right, Jerry.
I'll take that nickname. There's some weight behind that one, quite literally. Ever
Mr.
since whenever
Joey!
he knocked out
You know-
Johnny Knoxville.
You know,
Oh, goodness.
J Ray, because I know we've talked about you joining Armored Combat. That is your nickname if you ever fully join.
Bro, that's gotta be. That's gotta be.
I'll be like, hey guys, this is my friend Butterbean. Then and we'll paint we'll get like a painting of a butter on a plate on a shield for you. It'd be amazing. Butterbean.
Listen here, Fokker.
He looks
Jerry.
like Angry Dane.
What's up? That's me. I'm Joey.
No shit. If we all had to get a friend tattoo, what would your tattoo be?
A smiley
Like-
face on the left butt cheek.
I already have
Oh.
that. We have to do something else.
Wait,
Be
what?
original,
What?
Jerry.
New thing I learned.
Yeah,
I don't
said
know.
it.
It's got to be something distinct.
Something
Well,
that
so-
describes our friendship.
So, like mine, I want.
Like
I
like
want
hot
everyone.
lead going down my leg. That's
What?
basically that's the friendship right there. The burn,
you said you want
Feel the
hot lead
burn.
going down your leg?
lead, hot lead
Oh.
going down the leg.
Jerry, didn't you already get burned on the leg?
I did. I think I'll fit in just fine. Yeah, I had 3rd-degree burns on my leg. Fun fact of the day. Was not fun. Would not recommend. 100% would not recommend that.
Sounds like a great time to me. I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, the nurses were very interested in my leg. That's about it. There
I'm
was
sure
one
that was
nurse.
the only thing they were interested
There
in.
was one nurse that was looking at my leg and was like, it looked like she was looking at Picasso, basically.
She was trying to
Like,
see
she was,
what's
like,
above
just-
the leg.
Completely.
Your
She
butter
didn't get to
rolls.
see the ankle, but she saw my legs.
She was trying to see that third leg.
Ew.
Yo, nasty.
Man, J Ray's getting examined. There's actually a third leg up there. Foot and all, ankle and all.
Oh, good lord.
It's just like dangling.
How would that work?
Oh,
would
God.
would that be a left foot or a right foot?
That's a flex. That's a huge flex, though.
It would be a middle foot, monkey.
You be
But like, how would
tripod.
you know what kind of shoe to get for it?
It would have a big toe,
No, you gotta put an Air Jordan on it.
big toe, little toe, tiny toe, back up, big toe. It'd be shaped like that.
Oh my god.
Oh,
that'd be
oh
horrendous.
God. Like a
It would be like
duck's
that.
foot.
Oh,
Like a
what the
duck's
fuck?
foot.
Oh, I met a guy with hands like that.
Like that?
Yeah, yeah, except his fingers like super long, dude.
I met a
Like,
guy
sure
with a
he-
hand like this.
Yeah, we've all met a hand, yeah.
Josh has met
Uh,
two though.
yeah. What are the odds of that, man?
What were the odds? They both looked the same too. I was like, I thought that was Isaiah. I was like, hey, Isaiah, that's not Isaiah.
I've met three
That's
people.
not
that-
Isaiah.
I've met three customers that are like that. It's crazy.
Nice. So Isaiah has a doppelganger. I have a doppelganger. Who else has a doppelganger here?
I mean, me and Corey look like younger. Both had big old ears, round heads.
I don't know. I've seen pictures of y'all.
I don't know. I used to have a bald head too. Or no, wait. Oh, did it do it? Okay.
Also,
Instead, I used to have a bald head.
Shave your head real quick and we'll compare.
Isaiah, the people
Yeah.
in your household need to.
Isaiah just mutes. You'd think you'd have this set up in like his bedroom, but nah, he's out in the
He's
out
in
in the
dining
living room.
Yeah.
Freaking
Is that-
spread eagle too, probably.
Is that where he's at?
He looks
Nah,
down when you step
Joe's.
back.
You're the one over here, spread eagle. You got the butt cheeks on the on the gaming chair.
Dog, I
Well,
got
there's
underwear
only-
on with my feet put up in the air right now. Hey.
Oh my gosh, I'm not gonna ever forget the just seeing Josiah turn his camera on as nothing but nip.
Yeah, Jerry, I missed that one.
Oh, it was so funny.
Before you joined, Jerry, I just had my nipple on the damn thing and turned my camera on.
Oh my god.
He turned his camera off. He's like, man, I better put some clothes on.
Man,
That was
it's crazy.
Man, it's hot in my house, okay? I can't play games while I'm hot.
what a sight.
His
to see.
ass
That
crack.
was some
His
fun
ass cracks
stuff.
my contact information for him.
Oh Jesus! Everyone barked.
That was funny.
Ugh.
But yeah, there's only one port here, unless we pay
Wait.
money to get it drilled upstairs.
Hey yo, Rocket League X Star Wars?
Yeah,
What?
that's old news. We're not playing games right now, Jerry.
It started up because Steam was downloading it, and I
Just
see
started
Rocket
it
League
up.
Star Wars.
Hey, man,
What?
turned off Call of Duty, and for some reason, Rocket League starts up.
I was wondering why I was lagging in Call of Duty. Apparently, I was downloading Rocket League.
Fortnite
you were just
also
warming
has an
up.
update, Jerry.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Fortnite.
Have you ever paid attention when we play games? There's little icons in the top of the game, and it says May 4th, Star Wars times or X Epic. Because, you
No.
know, May 4th is National Star Wars Day.
Oh yeah.
Dumbass.
May the fourth
Today?
be with y'all.
Oh,
Surfer
it's
Custom.
tomorrow.
Oh my gosh, may the 4th be with y'all.
May the 4th. You know, it started off as just a dad joke too, and it morphed into what we have today.
Right on.
All right, next topic. Cool. Good silence, boys. That'll be perfect for Corey to just jump straight into the next topic.
He's like, and we're back. And he comes rolling in about.
Eh.
Like I said, me and Josiah
What's-
probably think he's just behind the monitor listening.
It's
to
100%
everyone.
there, bro. He unmuted
topic?
Jerry.
What's the topic we're supposed to be learning
Well, we
today?
started with our friends' tattoos, and then we were gonna go into talking about Bunny Park and stuff like that.
Creepy stories.
What
Looks
was
like he's gonna miss
what
the
was
ghost
Corey's
story.
idea?
I know. I was hoping he'd be back by now.
Oh, I thought he already showed it.
'Cause I don't
No,
want to
he
tell
was-
Bunny Park
he was-
to tell about
he was
Bunny
hyping it
Park
up.
without him here. Like,
Yeah, this better be the best friend's tattoo ever. I better be in shock. My wallet better empty the second that I see it.
Oh gosh.
I just thought of another one. Santa Claus and his reindeer, but our heads are on the reindeer.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I'm for it. I'm so for
That's
it.
kind of like I was gonna say like something like samurai frogs or something. Just mine holding a giant stick of butter.
I would also be down for that. Getting like, not tattoo, but all of us get custom samurai swords made.
I already have a
Oh, that'd
custom
be
sword
sick.
made though.
Nah, but like a friend one.
I had a
Like, we
custom
have, like,
samurai
We
sword.
like have an engraving put on it.
Oh,
That's
story
specific
time.
for us.
I had a katana that I was bringing back to the U.S. unsharpened. Thing was like $300. It got taken by U.S. Customs,
Yep, sounds about right.
Sounds about
and
right.
I don't know how to get it back. I never got a letter other than that Inspector number 15 took a certain weapon out of my bag. That's it. That's
Yep.
all it said.
Sounds
I-
like the
That's mine
government.
now. That's mine now.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that later.
Yeah, dude,
Bro
I was
saw it.
doing-
It's
Sounds
like,
like
oh,
the government.
cool.
I was doing
I've
research
seen
on
this
my
in
sword,
in
and
Naruto.
I was doing research on my sword, and that thing came out to like $1,000, dude. But my sword is like a top-notch freaking sword.
Oh, like yeah. Well, mine was given to me by a British guy that was selling Japanese swords for some reason,
Man,
but they
I'll
were
show you,
authentic
J-Ray.
AF. The sword has a knowing Punky, the sword would have a Glock on the bottom of it. Look,
No, my sword
having
is gorgeous.
this is my samurai style American.
Time out. Why is Jerry's and Josh's camera not on?
I'm having technical difficulties right now,
Okay, but
and
this
I'm
is
not sure.
literally recording our faces, bro.
I know, but you know what? My face is too beautiful right now, I guess, and
This
they don't
is
want to
my
show it.
baby, J-Ray.
Dude, at some
Oh,
I will buy a camera.
You should see
that thing is
Josh's.
beautiful.
Josh, you need to show your big sword.
Josh, we got to see that cake.
No, Josh has
Yeah.
a sword that's like 6.5 feet tall, dude.
Oh yeah, it's like right behind. I have it
What?
right.
See at the
Yeah, it's right
bottom of
behind
my
me right
sword?
now. Let me show
Are you
real
talking
quick.
about like the what is it? Oh, I searched it up earlier. There's a pillow of it too. I think I know the sword you're talking about.
Mine's just black.
There's
No, dude, it's my Masamune.
I also got a straight blade.
That's my next purchase after my custom one gets ordered.
Not J-Ray. You need to like look at the details on this thing, dude.
what I got to do. What? Sorry, it cut.
Look at the details at the bottom, right here.
Oh, that hilt could bash in so many heads.
So
Be
there's
better.
more flowers there. Flowers there. This is flowers. And then custom engraving.
How much was that, if I may ask?
I just said the research I did, it's like $1,000.
Ooh, some weeb would be so happy to have that.
Yeah, man, this is my custom sword I got from the platoon.
Platoon. You know what? I'm so mad about the military. They never gave me anything. I never got a plaque. I never got anything for leaving after all I did for a lot of junior Marines and corporals. And whenever I was finally the top corporal, I was thinking, oh yeah, someone will give me a plaque. I'll even pay for half of it too, just to make it a little bit easier for people to, make one. Never got one.
You're showing off your brother's girlfriend's butt.
Or you staring.
His face of reality.
Dude, it
Kirby,
is literally the middle of my screen. Get
Yeah,
that
Kirby-
out of here.
Kirby wanted to get more views. Well,
Yeah, okay,
I know of some sites that we can go on. Just put Isaiah's screen there.
It's a thumbnail.
It's the
And I
thumbnail.
hate that everything else is blurry, but it's your head, her silhouette. Oh my gosh, you llama looking fucker.
Yo, did anyone else see my screen just go green for a second?
No.
I didn't see that. No.
Did he change shirts or is that the same color?
I think that's the same color. I'm more concerned, is he drinking sweet tea? Or is that like dirty water?
No, dude, that's got to be a root beer.
No, because the root beer's been sitting there. He never grabbed it.
He cleaned his desk though.
Yeah? Well, now that Kirby's back,
Well, he missed all the horror stories.
NM United.
he can ask Jerry the real question: when are they
Alright.
gonna fight?
Nah, that's fine. Go ahead and jump into Bunny Park story. Let's go ahead.
'Cause I'm ready for a fist fight.
Before we do that, Corey, what is your tattoo idea? We didn't hear that.
No,
Oh yeah.
subscribe to that. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to Bunny Park.
No, we gotta hear your tattoo story.
We're
No, you've
moving
been
on-
hyping it up all week. I gotta hear this now.
We're moving on to Bunny Park.
Sir, I have a hard time moving on in life,
Wait,
so
what?
you need to tell me now.
Wait, what? I'm gonna be honest. I have no idea what he said. Bunny? Did he say Bunny Park?
Yeah.
Were you
Yes.
there for that?
Start.
No,
Bunny
I
Park,
don't. I think Jerry was was in Japan during that time, or basic
might have-
training
I-
or something.
Japan.
No, because we were still in high school, or I was still in high school.
Isaiah, start the Bunny Park.
Well,
saga.
it depends what year. What year it was.
Oh,
He
tell
wasn't.
ya.
Jerry was not there.
oh,
Jerry
that was so
wasn't
long
there.
ago. Like,
Do the what?
Start.
I don't even know if he was there.
I was there.
You were?
Let's take it back
Spooky.
We're gonna go.
to Britain.
Somebody
Back in
start the Bunny
time.
Park saga. I don't care who it is.
We want to know the tattoo.
No, start the Bunny Park saga. Go.
Participate.
Tattoo, tattoo, tattoo,
Tattoo,
tattoo,
tattoo,
tattoo, tattoo, tattoo, tattoo,
Ooga chaka. Ooga chaka. Ooga 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 chaka. Ooga 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 chaka.
Tattoo.
Or what are you
Ew.
drinking?
Stupid lights.
I like how Terrell was like flashing the lights the whole time.
Yeah.
Epilepsy, just
It was
the epilepsy going on.
too, man, and it wasn't freaking work.
Kirby, you are taking a long sip of that drink, brother.
It's
What are you
alcohol.
drinking?
It's how he's gonna get through the rest
That's
of this
green
night.
tea. No, that's green tea.
Jamba Juice.
Jeez, that was a loud
Did you
song.
say
good, though.
green pea? I heard
Green-
green pea.
Green eggs and ham, more like it.
The viewer retention on this episode is dropping every minute that we don't talk about Bunny Park. Go ahead.
Oh, you're
You
the
can
one
always
who
edit it.
started it.
You can edit it anytime.
I'm not the editor anymore.
We-
That's Punky.
Ah, Punky, you can
I
edit it
just-
Punky, you're the
anytime.
editor in chief.
We can always just keep going.
Let's talk about airplane food. Am I right? Ba-dum.
Airplane food.
You know what? You know what? Japanese airplane food, 10 out of 10. I would try that again.
You either get to know the tattoo idea or the mystery liquid in this cup.
Oh,
You
that's a
don't get to
hard
know both.
choice.
Tattoo
That
idea.
is a hard choice. What the hell?
Ah, tattoo.
I don't know. The Miss Lick could be anything.
I know.
Tattoo. Tattoo.
Ooh, I'm trying to be nosy at what Joseph's doing.
I'm trying to fix my lights.
Oh,
I have 2 votes for tattoo and I have 5 undecided.
Tattoo.
tattoo.
I like tattoos.
The
Tattoo.
tattoo idea I had.
Did I ever show you guys my bad tattoo? Did I ever tell you guys about that?
Your 3rd-degree burn?
No,
can
the
we
bad
hear-
tattoo on my
can we-
left.
Can we?
Is that
fucking-
Jared? Can you
we-
come back to it, please?
Can we fucking
Yeah.
hear Corey's tattoo idea?
I already said it.
Speaking of tattoos, I want to hear about this idea. All right, Punky, perfect time for you to edit it.
We're not. Well, we're not editing shit. I want you to know every single awkward silence. I want to stay, Punky. Every single one.
Word.
So I sat there and I thought, there's 8 of us, 8 people. Joe's about to give our viewing audience epilepsy. Please
Oh,
stop
God.
flashing your lights.
Ah.
I think you guys just have a delay.
Wait, hit your light.
Anyway, I thought about it for a long time. I said, I need a tattoo idea that fits this group perfectly. And that is, it's not the exact same for everyone. It's a different thing, but altogether they are the same thing. Kind of like this group. We're 8 individual people that all live different lives, but together we are this group. And I thought, what specifically would drag these 8 people together and be a good symbol to represent this team? And the best thing that I could think about was a story that we told, last week? Punky, remind the people.
Oh man, what story are we talking about, dude? Last week was I can hardly
Remember-
recall except laughing so hard.
Remember
know
when
what?
you went to school and you slept all day at school?
Oh yeah.
Do you remember when you stayed up late that night and what we were doing?
Yeah, we were playing Uno or some shit, drinking Monster drink. Well, I was, and Terrell was.
Hey, I
What
got
were
one
we-
today, by the way.
What were we playing, Punky?
No, it was either Cards Against Humanity or Uno. I can't remember. Everybody
maybe
said
it's-
it was Uno, but I thought it was Cards Against Humanity.
I thought it was Monopoly, so I'm in the wrong completely. Anyway, the idea I had is we all get a Monopoly tattoo with a different starting token.
Top hat for me. Top hat for me. Easy.
I get the
Every-
battleship.
Everyone gets to pick a different starting piece as
I'm
their-
obviously the car.
Can it be from any Monopoly
Wait,
set?
can it? I was gonna say, like, can it be
No,
from
no,
any
I think-
Monopoly?
There would be the
Or,
8
like, the original
originals,
pieces.
which I'll have to look up because the
Yeah.
pieces vary depending on the
Hang
set.
on.
But I can get us a general list. But there, I believe, is 8 pieces, and we would just each individually draft our own piece, and that would be the piece we have to get tattooed. I don't know where it would be, but it's a simple tattoo that it wouldn't be anything too big. You
On
know?
the shaft, directly on the
just-
shaft.
The issue I have with it is that somebody has to be the worst piece, which I think is the thimble, and I think that's gonna have to just be me. I'm gonna have to eat the thimble, I think, but
Hang on. Monopoly.
or I could
What is
bully
it like-
Terrell into taking the thimble. Terrell,
Is it
take
like
the thimble.
Monopoly original pieces? Because that's what I'm looking up.
It's hard to say.
Okay.
Like the
so
top hit.
You have the
Oh.
shoe, the wheelbarrow, car, iron, top hat. I have no idea what the hell that is. The dog.
Are you talking about the
and
one with the
ship.
wheel?
Yeah.
That looks like an artillery. I think that would be funky. It kind of looks
Aw.
like a. It kind of looks like artillery. Not gonna lie,
At first
don't know.
glance, it kind of looked like a butter churning thing.
like a mortar. Order
It's a
menu
house
type.
set.
I don't even know what that is. What is that thing?
I don't know.
The point being is, I wanted a tattoo that'd be meaningful to all of us in the game that I think we all hate the most, with the exception of probably 2 or 3 of us, is Monopoly.
Yep. Top hat for me. Easy money. I call dibs on the top.
I
hat.
mean,
I feel like
I,
a lot
I
of
like.
a lot of our memories come together from like Monopoly, like the one late night we stayed up till how late in the morning playing Monopoly, Isaiah.
I don't know.
and
The
we
biggest
had the
memory I
entire
have
week afterward.
is.
Oh,
I think the oldest memory I got is Advanced Warfare, shooting a dead body.
Right, but we can't
Let's just
all
all
just
get
have
matching
advanced-
Minecraft tattoos.
Ooh.
Hmm.
I don't know. I feel like the tattoo would disappear in a few months because that's about every time we play Monopoly. It'll disappear. It's got to be an invisible ink. But I mean, I would call the battleship though Department of the Navy.
Leave that in. Leave that. You're not a
You
Navy guy.
would want the Navy.
He
Well,
always was a
technically, the
seaman.
Marines are branched off of the Navy.
We literally are. But we're the men's department, so it's okay. Bob would testify that.
Oh, it is a cannon, J Ray.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I think that works for you.
Oh no.
Why would you want the cut?
I was gonna say, if Punky wants whatever Punky wants, then just give the cannon to Bob. Bob can take the cannon.
Oh yeah, he'll do that. He's a
Dude,
refrigerator
absolutely.
mechanic now.
I wonder Monopoly top hat tattoo.
Like I said,
So
it
do
doesn't
you
have
have
to be
like a
anything-
good area where we could all meet up and get this tattoo so we get it all at once in like the same style?
Terrell has an uncle. I don't know how much he would cost
$25.
per person.
Okay, that don't sound like a good tattoo. I'm not gonna
Hold on,
lie. It sounds like it's
hold
gonna disappear in a couple years.
That's a good old prison tattoo.
on.
Just know, I got my tattoo for $75 in Tokyo, and that was the worst tattoo I could have gotten.
What does it say?
So imagining $25,
What does it say?
bro, I was drunk as can be in the middle of Tokyo and walked into a tattoo shop to a guest artist who started tattooing less than 4 months before that. I got my stuff rocked.
And
Like,
what
the
does
lining
it
is awful.
say?
It literally is the mixture of the little ghost guy from Mario punching, holding a
Hold
freaking
on,
rose,
hold
and I
on,
don't get
hold
it.
on, hold on,
Hold on, I gotta fix my camera.
hold on.
I gotta fix my camera.
Hold on. No one say a word. No one say a word. The ghost guy from Mario, be specific. What's his name?
I don't know. I forget
Ooh.
what his name
Yes,
is.
Oh
do.
my god.
Yes, you do. You know
gotta
his
know.
name.
You gotta know.
Wait,
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 hold it.
Hold on. When you say ghost guy, are you referring to Shy Guy?
Like, no, not that
Oh,
guy.
okay, all right,
Wait,
as
is
long
it
as
Shy
it's not-
Guy?
Is
No.
it
I
Shy
think
Guy?
it might be.
No.
It
No,
might
no.
be.
No.
Is
Hold
it
on.
is that the one? It's not the
Send a
map.
picture.
Is it? Are they
Send a
called the
picture.
booze?
And a picture.
You know, I'm trying to get my camera working. If I could. Come on.
I want to see what Punky sent to the group chat.
Load it.
Tell you what, Mr. Moneybags is double cheeked up right now, bro.
Oh boy.
Is it Shy Guy? It's the one with the mask. The one who's wearing the mask,
Shy
just to
Guy.
keep
Oh,
the
that is a
conversation
shy guy.
going.
Yeah,
That
that's
is
the
a
shy
Shy
guy.
Guy.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So yeah, it literally looks like Shy
This
Guy.
entire time, I thought the
I'm
reason
not
he was
l-
saying
I'm
that
not
little
wrong.
ghost guy is he was talking about King Boo,
yeah.
and it was
Aha.
not King Boo. All right, J-Ray,
But
show us
yeah.
Hello, J-Ray.
Oh, this thing is awful. I just want you to know
Okay.
that
Oh,
thing is
boy.
awful. Look at the
Oh, boy.
lining, the line work. It is.
Hold on, tell me, are
This
you
was
sure that's
70
Shy Guy?
No, it's a guy with a gas mask, but it literally looks like him though. Look at it. Look
Are you
at this
kidding me?
guy.
It looks like something from Kirby's Dream Land.
Yeah.
Hey,
What's the
you
good
don't know what's
lighting
in
on
my
this?
dreamland? Fuck off.
But yeah, the lining is awful. The shading has gotten even worse.
Well,
I just haven't
shading's
covered
always
it up
going to
yet.
get worse.
Yeah, shading will always go worse.
Yeah.
That's why you go in for touch-ups.
That's what I
But
do.
it is, yeah. See,
I
it
don't
was
know. I'm
$75.
happy with my tattoo. So
But Terrell saying the other one was 25, I'm like, oh god, flashbacks. And mind you, I was beyond drunk in this in this scenario.
I don't know.
I was
My
passed
tattoo's
out in the
holding up
chair.
for a free tattoo. So
But I was in that chair for like 3 hours, and somebody finally found me, and they're like,
it took me
"We should probably get him out
took me
of
3
here."
hours to make this potato salad. 3 hours.
Wait, wasn't it 3 days? I think it was 3
Oh,
days.
3 days. Yeah,
3 days. 3 days.
Anyway, speaking of 3 days, that's about how long it took us to get to this next portion of the podcast. Scary stories, specifically Bunny Park. Let's talk about our Bunny Park stories, boys. Let's talk about Bunny Park first. Explain what it is. Punky.
Spooky place over behind one of the high schools in Farmington. Very spooky. Apparently, back in the day, there was some crazy shit that went down over there. Satanic worship, murders. That entire area is all kinds of whack, man. It's not even Bunny Park by itself. It's just that entire area. Yeah, I was doing some research on that area, and it's rumored that the gentleman known as the San Juan County serial killer, Robert Fry, ended up murdering someone out that way too.
Wait,
I didn't know that part. Wait a minute.
What? I didn't know that part. Wait, what?
I was digging, dude.
Bro,
Yeah.
how far? There were bones past that. How did you find that?
The hell do you mean, dude?
From wait,
Do
the
you
I've
eccentric
realize?
I
wait,
So,
wait, wait,
I've
wait,
check
wait.
it out.
never
Okay,
heard
hang
that.
on, hang on, hang on.
Wait,
So
wait, the
listen,
eccentric
listen.
serial killer?
Eclectic.
The eccentric.
Wait, what
serial
is
killer.
the
So,
it's
check it out.
eccentric serial killer? Like,
So
we just-
check it out. Robert Fry was charged for 3 main murders. The Eclectic, a gentleman who was part of the rodeo, and Betty Lee. They tied him to an additional 40 murders that happened in the county after he was already charged.
Yep.
Crazy.
what the
And
hell?
you guys want to
Actually,
hear something else about Robert Fry?
Yeah, let's hear it. Why not?
My dad was friends with him.
What?
Yep.
Hey,
And
My dad and mom were both friends with him. They worked with him at McDonald's for a little while. And my dad knew him growing up.
Wait. Robert Fry.
Yes, worked at McDonald's making fries.
Robert Fry, the Fry Man.
A podcast that will never grow up. Let's get it.
and Robert Fry's accomplice for the Eclectic murder, because that's kind of where it all started. And his murder started off over a card game. But his accomplice, I forget his name, but his brother's name is Harley. And Harley used to watch my siblings when they were children.
Whoa,
Yeah.
that's scary. Not gonna lie.
Yep.
That is
Oh,
Well,
that is
with
wild.
the Eclectic, though, because even though his accomplice was charged, it wasn't nearly as much because he chickened out of what was going down. But the investigator who was in charge of primarily Betty Lee's case, but ended up getting involved in the previous murders too. Um, he was in my forensics class, and he gave us like a sermon on everything, brought in evidence, like all of it. It was insane. All the crime scene photos. It was some wild freaking stuff, dude.
I met the investigator that
Wait,
investigated that.
Mm-hmm.
you said crime photos?
Yeah, like crime scene photos. It's
Actual crime scene photos?
yes.
Yeah.
Well, you got to realize
Yo.
these things are
Oh,
made
wait.
public after a certain amount of time. If I wanted to, I can go to the courthouse and get these if I wanted to.
We should. Yeah, we should You should 100%
Absolutely
do
not,
that.
because
I
I've
don't
already
know.
seen them. It's not something I wish to possess.
Oh, never mind. Scratch that.
But
Like, hey, can I get some
before-
photos? I'm trying to get some ideas.
Before the farmers market was built in Flora Vista, I guess they found a woman tied up out that way and like stabbed like 30 plus times, and they tied that back to Robert Fry too.
Yo.
What is the one?
Oh yeah, because if you think about it, usually serial killers have like a certain way they murder people, and it's
Well,
usually
before
a
we
mass.
get into our spooky stories, Robert Fry didn't necessarily have much of a signature, but looking at videos of the Eclectic before the murder, it was like a year or two before the first murder happened at the Eclectic, there was this like display box of like knives and stuff, and Robert Fry took one of the knives out of that case and essentially tried to saw off the dude's head, one of the dude's heads that he killed in the Eclectic. He killed 2 people in that establishment. And then he
Wait.
kept that knife up until the Betty Lee murder, which he ended up stabbing her in the sternum. Betty Lee got out of the car, took the knife, and threw it. And the investigator, he was telling us it was just the perfect time of day where he was walking by one of the sagebrushes and he saw a glint of light, and it was that same knife he stole from the Eclectic years later. It was, I want to say it was like 4 or 5 years later. Yeah, it was some wild stuff, man.
I
is.
don't want to cut you off, Punky, but J-Ray, I think there's a ghost behind you, fam. I just.
That actually
like,
scared me. I'm not gonna lie. That scared the hell out of me. Oh my god. Holy Jesus. I saw it like,
I was
ooh,
like,
like I
staring
was
at him
like,
what the
I
We
was
got
literally like,
J-Ray.
I literally went like, ooh, and I saw it pass my hands. I'm like, what the hell?
We got J-Ray worked up, man.
That's,
No, but yeah.
Bro, what is this?
But
that's just
all
a
that,
towel hanging on like a door?
No, it's my shirt. It's my church
Oh.
shirt.
but yeah, it's crazy. Like all these things that
Oh
went
god,
down
it's
Holy
scary.
Spirit's there.
tied back to him. But
Oh,
the biggest thing that's known out past the high school is mostly satanic worship. That's like what it's known for.
yo. I always thought that was a myth. I heard that as a kid, but I always
Well,
thought that was kind of like a
'cause you
myth that
gotta
satanic stuff
think
happened
it
there.
kind of makes sense that there's a lot of spooky stuff going on at Choke Cherry because what does that entire area tie back to? The high school,
Corey,
right.
Choke Cherry,
He's
and then
right.
down back on Pinion Hills. It's
Corey, do
all
you
tied.
remember when in soccer we would go to Choke Cherry and do running at like 4 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, I remember that.
I never went there because of that. I
And
always specifically missed those practices.
and you know what's
I just
crazy?
didn't want to
Because
be out there.
thinking about all this, I'm gonna go ahead and start off the spooky stories where it all began. It was just one night we were just out doing just kind of tomfoolery, and we decided to go out towards Choke Cherry first because that's where we would play wall ball. I was out that way, the baseball field right next to it,
We would play wall ball and choke.
and
Waba?
I remember so vividly. Corey had his car, Josiah had his car. I was riding with Josiah. I think Josh and Isaiah were riding with Corey. Terrell, were you there, Terrell? I can't remember.
If it was the first time, no.
Well,
Oh,
anyway,
yeah, we
I
did
know
invite him
I
to
know
the
at the
time.
very least it was us four. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Actually, I think I might have. I just don't know who I was riding with.
Right. And I remember going down the road leading up to Choke Cherry, right next to the baseball fields, and this pickup truck was just hauling ass towards us.
Never mind.
And
I remember that.
I remember us turning onto Choke Cherry, and I remember looking back, and this truck just made a hard right turn, hauling ass towards us. So we pull off into one of the little bitty canyons, and we turn the cars off, and we waited. And I honestly can't remember how long we were waiting there for, but I just remember waiting until we finally, because we ended up calling Corey from Josiah's car, and we were like, dude, let's just go. And we didn't see nothing, didn't hear nothing, like nothing. And you can hear this truck's engine just pedal to the metal, dude, as we were going down Choke Cherry. So surely we would have seen that truck pass us while we were sitting in that little canyon just waiting for it to pass by. And I remember.
Can I jump in real quick? Weren't
Yeah.
we looking for the witch's circle? Isn't that the whole point where we?
Oh
went there?
yeah, we were.
Yeah,
looking for the
What
witch's
the
circle.
hell?
I remember
Y'all
that we
were
were
out
looking
looking
for the
for
witch's circle.
trouble.
Yeah, we were. Absolutely, we were.
Yeah,
We
hell
tried
yeah,
to-
we were.
We were
Yeah.
going to the witch's
That's-
circle because someone in the car said they knew where it was, and then we did not know where it was.
And
I thought it was
this-
funny
this
because that's when I
led
had my
to-
Bogard.
Yeah, this led to this entire thing. And we back out of this little canyon, heading back towards the highway. And I look back and I just see these headlights coming from the opposite direction, coming right at us, fast. And I told Josiah, I'm like, dude, step on it.
Gun it.
And we finally hit the highway and we just hightailed out of there. Never saw the truck again. I honestly couldn't even tell you what color the truck was. I just remember seeing the headlights.
Do you remember what the headlights were? Like what
they
vehicle?
were
Well-
old school, like old Ford probably.
Oh,
Like,
Well, remember that night we went back up to play wall ball. Then we got locked in the course, and there is that same truck, and we didn't know if it was that same truck, but it was parked right across the street in the dark.
Do You have your night
Yeah,
guard thing or something?
I can't remember.
You don't
that.
remember that? I remember that because we were
Oh.
trying to like
Yeah, I don't remember that part. I do remember going and playing wall ball, but I don't
'Cause-
remember the events of us playing wall ball.
He's lagging. He's frozen.
'cause I remember like
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Corey in front.
Anyway,
Oh
I
god.
remember we saw you take off trying to figure out like what we needed to do, so we tail you guys. And I remember afterwards when we
oh gosh.
Oh
Podcast
no.
sucks. This
When-
podcast sucks.
You know
You're
what?
going crazy,
What's
man.
coming up? The SpongeBob when worlds collide. You can't do.
oh
Like,
my
take out-
god.
Oh, there he is. There he is.
There
He's
he is.
back.
Hey,
back.
he's back.
Dude,
He's
you
back.
you had an epic
Terrell,
day, brother.
you
Bro.
went through the universe
Oh.
right there.
What happened? I don't even know what's
We
going
didn't.
on.
You just start over from the beginning. Just start
This is
over
it,
from the
you
beginning.
lagged
We
in
didn't
the
hear a
middle of that
word.
entire sentence, bro.
Oh, did
Everything.
I
Like,
cut
the
out?
tr-
I'm so sorry.
The truck was in the parking lot after you guys got locked in at the tennis court.
Okay, because sorry if I cut out again, but I don't know what's going on. But
You're good.
that's all I remember was because like we played volleyball for a bit because I know we went to get something to drink. We went back, we played for a bit, then we saw the truck because we got locked in. We were trying to figure out how to unlock the stupid gate to get out.
I remember
Manually.
getting something to drink that night too. I remember going and getting drinks and then going
Yeah,
and
we
playing wall
were.
ball.
Yeah, we were getting drinks. No, we were just getting regular drinks.
The-
Yeah,
But,
I was
like-
still underage, so I mean.
That did suck. Oh, no, that
but
did
yeah,
suck.
like I just remember that we saw a vehicle across
I
the
was not
street
part of
in,
that.
like the little like dirt area
Right.
across the street from the baseball softball fields, and we were like, wasn't that just the truck that just followed us? And we were like, then like that's when we finally got the cars out and we all took off to McDonald's after that.
McDonald's.
Or somewhere I don't know where, but
'cause
like
I
I knew
remember after Choke Cherry, we went to the church over by the college, and we were just trying to like regroup because we were freaked out.
yeah.
And then that's
Yeah,
when
yeah,
we were
yeah.
like, hey, we can go to Bunny Park. I don't know the name of it. I don't know the legit name of Bunny Park, but we call it Bunny Park.
Sandalwood.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm gonna be
Sandalwood.
honest.
Sandalwood.
I'm not sure what you guys are talking about whenever you said Bunny Park.
Yeah,
'Cause I
Sandalwood
don't-
Park.
I
don't
doubt
think
it
you
was
were-
there.
I think you were in Japan, J-Ray. I really
Yeah,
do.
you were in
Yeah.
Japan
Yeah.
during that time.
I was over there dealing with all the Japanese weird stuff going on.
Right.
You were over there getting your weird Unabomber tattoo on you.
I don't know
So-
what. To be honest, I don't even know if I should get it covered up because it's so funny. It's
I'll be
so
honest-
perfect.
I'll be honest. With
Show-
you, I don't know how you feel about it, but if you like it, keep it. Obviously, if you don't, though, I'd get it covered up.
Right.
Brother, I am the person at church that like, hey kids, don't go get a tattoo.
Yeah.
Because they will mess your stuff up. It's good to just not get it, and I'm the reminder of don't
Hey,
do it.
kids,
So
do you like
I'm
violence?
using. Do you like violence?
Anyway, let's get
Anyway,
back to Bunny Park.
So to kind of put in perspective, J-Ray, Bunny Park, like it's not uncommon to go there at night and hear like children laughing, that kind of thing. It's not
We heard a
uncommon.
scream that night, didn't we?
We did
No,
hear
hold on,
screaming that
hold
night,
on.
but
The reason why it's nicknamed Bunny Park is the first time we ever pulled up to that park at night, there was a
Oh.
shit ton of bunnies there, bro. Like,
yeah,
There's some
Or-
there's some cryptid stuff going
I
on
said,
over
more
there.
than there should have been. And bunnies, I don't know animals very well, but I do know that bunnies startle pretty easily. These bunnies saw headlights in a car, they were not phased, bro. They stared back. And it was
Unfazed?
so weird, man. It
Who was
wasn't
it that got out of the car and went towards the rabbit and they never
Isaiah.
moved?
It was Isaiah, bro. He
Oh
got
yeah,
in
it
the
was
car
Isaiah.
and started chasing bunnies into the woods.
Yeah, they were just bunnies.
but
Fuck those bunnies.
Ugh,
back to the story.
I like
we
bunnies.
ended up agreeing to go to Bunny Park, and when we pull up, there's this. Was it like a dark gray, black? It was an SUV. It was just sitting there.
Yeah.
Hey yo.
Yeah, it was like probably a Suburban or a Yukon. Like I don't know. It was a big SUV. It was just sitting there.
Like the
And-
Yukon that Joe's almost flipped.
Something I don't freaking know.
I wasn't. It was just
And we
messing with
didn't
you.
know if anybody was in it or not, but we sat there, we got pulled up, turned our lights off, and I don't know why we did it. Well, we parked right next to this SUV. Like we were right next to it. And as we were getting ready to leave, Josiah turns his car because he was still driving his Honda at the time. And looking at one of the swing sets, this swing was going nuts, dude. This thing was just back and forth, like heavy, like someone was in it. Freaked us out, and we ended up hightailing it out of there too. And I can't remember where we went after that. For some reason, my mind is telling me Best Buy, but I can't recall exactly.
No,
I
Best
mean,
Buy was closed.
hey,
Well, no,
oh,
because we
never
were trying
mind.
to find a place.
The parking lot.
Yeah, we were trying to find a place with lights.
The
No, we
lights
went
are
to the
always on, and
church.
it's a good pull-up spot.
We went to
But
the church right after.
regardless, we pull up and we're sitting there, we're talking, we're freaked out. And next thing we know, we just see this ball of freaking light just shoot across the sky. Like you know you have your normal shooting stars. Like, dude, this thing was just a big ball of freaking fire.
Jeez.
And it shot across the sky above us, dude. That was the events of that night was just insane.
Did you make a wish?
Absolutely not, because I felt like I would have got cursed.
It would have been awful. It would have been the opposite.
It was wild. And honestly, since that day, I personally haven't gone back to Bunny Park. Haven't even tried to go down to Choke Cherry. I just have not, because I was personally like super freaked out, especially after seeing that swing, dude. That was insane.
Memory
I remember.
of early Bunny Park times where I think it was like me, Joe's, Isaiah, Josh. I can't remember who else was there, but we were like in the wooded area just past the playground bit, and we were doing stupid shit that we weren't supposed to be doing. I won't say for what, but essentially what happened was like a park ranger was coming to investigate the park at night to make sure nobody was like sleeping there or something, and as they pulled up, dude, I remember like they have a spotlight, and I remember when they pulled up, we all freaked out and like ducked. We stopped what we were doing, covered it up with dirt, and then ducked like into the tree line, and then he started shining his light in our direction. And as soon as he like hit us with his beam of light, we took off towards the neighborhood a little bit of distance away. And it just, I remember turning around and looking, and I remember being like, this is, it felt like a prison escape. And I feel like, I don't know, man. Like, it's hard to say that I think I would know what the slaves felt like, but boy, did it feel like we were running from authority there. Like,
Why you gotta say it like that?
I was listen. I was debating on saying it, dude. Like I turned around and I felt like, boom, it's like the middle of the night, right? You're trying to escape. You hear the dogs in the background. You're just trying to get away. That's all you're trying to do.
Oh
And
God.
that's just the way I felt, dude. I turned around and listen. I understand the situation back then, totally different. I get it, but like, that's the closest I think I'm ever going to get to that feeling. Was turning around and seeing us running from a park ranger. Not that the park ranger was going to do anything, and we were stupid
He's
anyway.
probably.
We
He's probably
left our
just sitting
cars.
there like weird.
We left
just
our
getting ran
cars
off.
parked over there, and he could just take our plates and run it. Like, it didn't matter how far we ran; he was still going to get us either way. And I remember, after about 15 minutes, he finally left, and we started all walking back towards our cars. And I was in the back; I was just kind of slowly walking. And I can remember as we were, damn, who was it in front of me? I don't remember who was in front of me. I know Josh was driving the car that I was in specifically. Who was driving me around?
Mm-hmm.
It was when Josh still had his little white Kia.
Oh yeah, the Kia Forte.
Oh yeah, no, he's right. It's the Subaru. It was the Subaru.
Was it? Oh, the
It was
Forester.
Subaru.
Yeah.
Anyway, I remember being in the back, and I can remember hearing, like we're like maybe 10, 15 feet away from the fence line before the parking lot. And as we get to that like 10, 15 feet mark, I hear a giggle behind me. I turn around, I don't see anything. I turn back around and start getting for the cars, and then I hear a little girl's voice go, "Wanna play?" And I have never ran so fast in my life. I jumped the fence, which I don't think I ever would have been able to do in any regular circumstance whatsoever. I dove into the back of Josh's car and screamed, "Go, go, go," to which Josh's white mode kicked in and he goes, "What's up? Why are we running? What's just
Oh my
drive,
god.
Josh. When I say drive, drive."
Shoot, man.
Needless to say, if I was actually getting chased, we would have died.
Jimmy, is that you? Where are you?
I think Josiah and I need to tell you about his haunted house he used to live in.
Yeah.
Go.
That
But I
was
don't think I heard too
insane.
much.
So
Hold on, Joe,
years
there's actually
years
a
and
call.
years ago, like I was in middle school still. Josiah used to live on a road called Andrew Drive, and at first there was no real like history on the house or anything. But it started off with like Josiah seeing this little boy who looks just like his brother, blonde hair and everything, running around the house.
No, it was my mother.
Oh, it started with your mom. That's right.
Mother.
Saw your mom?
Yeah.
My mom saw the freaking child all the time, and me and my dad didn't believe her.
Yo.
Yeah.
I keep
And-
saying yo, that's because I have nothing else to say other than
And
it's
it's
freaky.
It's
Jerry,
crazy
what's that on the
because
stairs behind you?
Oh, I don't know. I've been looking at it and I'm like, I think it's it's a blanket. It's a
Dude,
blanket.
Kind of
That's
just
what it
looks
is.
like a
Jerry is
person
freaking
standing there, bro, and
wild,
I'm just
man.
kind of thrown off by it, bro.
It's like creeping through the crack of your door, Jerry.
No.
Yeah,
but-
you're gonna
yeah,
get freaked out because
Someone called
whenever my story comes up, it's gonna throw you out the window.
But this this house was just weird. Like you'd be in the laundry room and you'd see like little orbs of light like out of the corner of your eye. It was weird. But one thing
Yo.
I remember so vividly, because the way the house was set up, you walk in the door. If you go to the left, that's where they had their dining table and then the master
Oh
bedroom
look,
where their family
someone's
slept.
gonna come down the stairs. There she is.
And then if you kept going straight, so the living room was kind of separated by like this whack ass fireplace. And immediately to the right, going inside, there really wasn't anything. Um, and then if you go past that separation, that's where they had their living room. And then their entertainment center with their TV stand. It separated the kitchen from the living room. Their TV did. And if you keep going right from the living room, there was a hallway. At the end of the hallway, there was two rooms for his sister, the twins, and then in the very back was Josiah's room.
That's my sister, by the way, Corey.
Oh, okay.
Corey saw it.
I just saw a
My
kid
sister
run up the
came.
stairs and I was confused.
My sister came down the stairs, then she ran back up because she forgot something.
didn't see
I
the
saw
kid
his
come down the
face.
stairs.
I saw his face, and he like, wait, I saw that a second ago. She,
Okay, go ahead.
trust me, she's just running back and forth. She just keeps
But-
forgetting stuff.
I remember one night, so every time Josiah and I would play the PlayStation, it was a PlayStation 3. We always made it a habit to turn the switch off in the back when we were done. Always. It was just our habit. And I walked past the TV because I just got up to get some water one night. And next thing I know, I hear that freaking beep that everybody knows when the PlayStation 3 is turning on. And then their
Oh.
TV, whenever the PlayStation's turned on, it detects it and it turns the TV on automatically. The TV turned on, and I was already kind of shook because I was like, well, I'm pretty sure Josiah and I turned this switch off in the back. And I go and look at that PlayStation, and that switch was as far on the off position as it can get. And I had to unplug that sucker
Nah.
for it to turn off. I didn't even get water. I hauled butt back to the room, and I was
Oh, yeah.
freaking out, dude.
100%. If I had to pee that night, nah, I'm holding it till I see the sun come up.
Yeah, it was.
Your pee's already on the floor, brother. Ain't no way.
It was. Weird. And then there was another time. It was myself, Josiah, and his dad. We were just sitting in the living room one day. This was in broad daylight, and we're just sitting there. I think we were watching TV or something. I can't remember. And next thing we know, it sounds like a freaking airplane crashed into the house. Like it was this loud crash that hit the roof. Couldn't tell you what it was, but it rattled the entire foundation. It was insane. And it was loud enough that we all got up and like crawled on the roof to see like what it was. There wasn't a thing on that house, dude. Nothing on the ground or surrounding the house, nothing. It was just this loud freaking bang. And I don't know. I just remember like when you feel a real heavy subwoofer?
Yeah.
That's what it felt like. Just that one hit, it was heavy.
Boof. Like kind of feeling like it
Oh,
shocks through your whole body too at the same time.
oh yeah. Josiah, tell your experiences in this house when you unmute.
I don't know. I didn't have much experiences. The most I had, or the only, pretty much the one and only I had like 2 experiences. Um, but the one after not believing my mom for frickin' ever was Christmas night. Went into my brother's rooms and I was laying on the floor. Um, and my brothers had beds on the opposite sides of the room, one on the right side, one on the left side. And I was laying there on the ground, playing on my phone, I think. And then I look like down, and I seen a little kid standing in the doorway that looked exactly like my brother. And I was all, Jaden, go to bed. And he took off down the hallway. And I sat up, looked at my brother Jericho, and looked at Jaden, and then I go,
Who the hell
what
was
the
that?
fuck was that?
He goes,
And it was
"Then
Christmas
who was
Eve.
flickering the
Wow.
light?"
It was Christmas Eve, and it was like the hallway light was on, and then my brother's lights were all off in their room. So when I looked at him, all I saw was the blonde hair and just a shadow. That's it. Like I didn't see anything else on him. He had a bright green shirt, like Josh's green right there. And yeah, that was about it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
still creepy.
That house
That is.
it was weird, man.
You
Especially
see
That house
weird
is just
things.
is gone now.
yeah,
They tore it down.
yeah, that house is no
I
more
wonder.
around.
I wonder why.
And then I got another experience that went down. It was between 8 other people this very same night. It was insane. Um, every year we would work at the ruins and we would go to Chaco for about a week every summer. It was our summer job. That's what we did. And we went to Chaco Canyon and it was just one night. We were all hanging out and we had the opportunity to go see one of the sites at sunset. And we thought we were going to just take that opportunity and go do it because not a lot of people get to do that, especially people who are camping there. Like they have like a curfew, but luckily we didn't because we were working at the time.
There we go. Ah.
And is J Ray afraid he had turned the lights on?
Yes. I don't know. I don't know. I felt weird for a second. I'm like, light, camera,
I had to
action.
stand up so I could swing at anything that turns this corner right in front of me because I'm in a closet right now.
So anyway, there was 8 of us in total. And this was the point where I was like, I'm not gonna fuck with like Native American tradition because I got to witness this firsthand and it is some sketchy shit.
Please drop the deets.
And we
He
first go
probably
into the site.
experienced
We
like a
went
lot of
to
stuff that's out on the reservation right now.
dude. So we went out to one of the sites, the biggest site out there called Pueblo Bonito. And it's pretty much 2 great houses that was split down the middle and it was 2 separate communities. And the first thing we noticed, so as you're going through the site, you go down the trail, take a right, and you go around to the back of the site, and then you work your way back to the front. So when you're done, it's the parking lot's right there. So as we're going around to the back of the site, we look up at the top of one of the walls, and there's just this freaking bird, this crow, and it's just watching us. And you know how when birds like look, it's like a very snappy movement. This one was not. This thing was following us like a freaking camera. Like it was freaky at first. We didn't think much of it, so we're just like, okay, it's just fucking bird watching us, whatever. And we are going through the site. We go through the back. Nothing's happening. We're just enjoying the site, looking at the sun, like everything, right? It's not until we get into the separate rooms that weird shit starts to happen. I remember I just wanted to go inside one of the rooms where the roof was open, and I just wanted to lay down and look at the stars because the stars just started coming out. And I laid there, and what only felt like probably 2 or 3 minutes to me, it ended up being like 20 minutes just laying there. And then we're going down one of the big hallways to get out of the site. We get out of the site, and I just have this feeling like I needed to go back into the site. So I turn around, and next thing I know, one of the native girls that was with us, her name was, I'll leave the name disclosed, but she ended up collapsing. Just no rhyme or real reason. She fell. And I didn't react. I just turned around, went back into the site, and going towards, well, the direction I was going, I went to the left, and there was this room. And to this day, we call it the dark room. And I remember sitting in there, and I just felt this pressure all over me. Like I don't know. It felt like I was underwater, kind of, but I was still breathing.
Like it was thick.
Yeah.
Kind of feeling.
Yeah. And I remember I put my hands on one of the back walls, and then I collapsed and I sat down. And next thing I know, I'm having this vision, and it is crazy. Everybody said that the people who were occupying this site just left. But what I saw was that site was taken. And it was gruesome. Everything I saw. And I remember even to this day, and it's giving me chills right now just thinking about it, like I am goosebumped up. I remember seeing
a little bit.
I don't know.
I really can.
Like, the movie Spirit, right? You know that movie Spirit, right? With the horse. He's in the train car.
Yeah.
He's in the train car, and he sees like the other horses through the snow. This is kind of that's kind of what it looked like to me. It was real fuzzy. And I remember seeing this boy. Well, first off, I seen women getting taken, men getting murdered, and then I see this boy just screaming for his life, just this young native boy. And then I remember something stabbing him, and then it just like missed it away. And I finally came to, and I am just sitting. I'm sitting in this room, and I'm freaking out. And then
Jesus.
my buddy Jeremy, you guys know Jeremy, very, very, very white boy. I'm telling you, like white, pasty white, was standing right next to me, staring at the wall, screaming in native tongue. Like
Yo.
fluent native
Nah. That's like, what was that movie called? The Blair Witch Project. Like, in the
Well,
corner.
It
Like,
doesn't even. It doesn't.
ah.
It doesn't even end
So,
there.
so from what
remember,
Punky's talking about, oh,
the wall I'm sitting on is like right at the entrance to the dark room, and we had a girl with us. Her name's Kachina. She walked up to the doorway, and she put her hands on it, and her hands flattened like there was a glass pane right there. I remember her hands just flattening. So I finally come to, and I realized like, hey, something bad is happening. And I just said, I remember saying out loud, "You need to leave." And I finally was able
There he
to
goes.
get out of the dark room. I got Jeremy. We got out of there. We hightail out of there. between the time of me having that vision or whatever it is, it ended up being 40 minutes being in that room.
Which
And
probably
the,
what
and,
felt like
and the
y'all.
cops were called on us because nobody could find us. So the cops had to escort us. And Trinity was still collapsed on the ground. And there were 3 other native students that were with us. One of them was breaking down crying. The other one, Elijah Buck, was flipping.
Why do I
I don't
remember
know
that
that
name
guy.
for some
I know
reason?
that guy. Why
He
do I
was
know that
there.
Like,
He
why do
was
I know that name?
He was there.
You know him because he dances with me.
Yep.
Maybe
he was
that's
there.
why. Yeah.
He
You don't know
100%
anyone
was
yes,
there.
aside from your wife, and that's about it.
So anyway, I remember
Oh,
as we're getting escorted to go back to our campground, because this is probably about 8:30, 9 o'clock at night that we're finally leaving this place. I turn around and it just seemed like the night was gone and it was daylight. This is what I'm seeing. And I see just a wall of Native Americans. And it wasn't anything like negative. It was just I felt at peace because I remember seeing like the men dancers with their headdresses, the children, and they were just waving to us. And it seriously felt like it was just a wall that stretched miles long of just these people looking at us waving. And then next thing I know, I blink and they're just surrounding me and it felt like their hands were on me. The kids were coming up tugging on my shirt like in looking at these clothes that I'm wearing, they don't know what it is. And then in an instant they were gone. But like I was surrounded and their hands were on me and I thought I was just tripping. Dude, I got the goosebumps.
You are like
I
you.
got
I'm gonna be honest. You are tripping me out right now.
dude,
Like this is like
I
the
have
biggest hook.
I have crazy goosebumps right now. And we get back to the campground and we're telling the superintendent that was with us like what went down, this and that. And it gets to the point where I go into the dark room because he was like, "Where did you go?" And I was like, "I went to a room where we didn't call it the dark room at the time, but I was like, we went to a room and it was just pitch black in there. I went in there, I sat down, that was it." And he pulls out a map and he's like, "Point to where it's at." And it was literally at the end of the trail. You go in. If I was to turn around, go back, and it's the very first room on the left. Cannot miss it. I pointed at it. I'm like, "It's right here." I went in, immediately left. And he looks at me and he says, "There's no room."
Oh my god! I knew it. That is. Oh my god.
And that freaked me out even more. And as we're sitting there, because I am bawling my eyes out, like I was scared. And it's like choking me up right now. Like, dude, I'm like, oh gosh.
I'm really
And
torn.
the thing that
Uh,
sent it home for me, because they were noticing me like being antsy, like I was moving and this and that, and they're like, "What's wrong with you?" And I said, "I feel like there's something on my back." And I lifted up my shirt, and as clear as day, a red handprint was on my back. Just one, a single handprint. And that's what sent it home for me. And it got to a point where a handful of the Native American students that were there with us that everything happened that night, they had to go home. And then we had to do a sage smoking while we were there.
Oh,
And then
mm,
after that, because it took us weeks to try and figure out what was going on, because we would just kind of gather up in like a private group and we would just talk about it, be like, "Okay, what did we see? Why do we think we saw it? What is this?" And personally, I don't think it was anything negative. I do not believe even to this day it was anything negative. I think it's these people, these indigenous people, wanting to tell us what really went down. And for some reason we were chosen. I couldn't tell you why, because I'm a Mexican boy. why would I be directly involved into that? So that's kind of the conclusion we went to, because after we finally like were got the courage to really like talk about it in depth, at the end of the day, we really didn't feel the negative effect of it happening. Yes, we saw the things that scared us, but it wasn't just negative, you know? Because, like I said, at the end of it, I saw that light in the dark, you know? It was that kind of thing. And everybody had a very similar experience. We had to do like the pollen and corn, the ground cornmeal, like traditional.
So you went
cleansing.
through like a healing ceremony at the end of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it
Mm.
kind of feels like when you said they had their hands on you, it feels like they're like, hey,
And
you know,
I'm
you're at
telling you,
So-
now.
like
We've said what we have
whenever
said.
I felt those hands on me, I felt at peace. Like I was calm, I was collected. That heart rate that I had when I was seeing the darkness went away in an instant. Like it was insane. And I called my mom, and I was freaking out that night. She can attest for me. Like it was wild. And even like the following years, going back to work over there, I refused to go back to that site, along with the 7 of us that were the other 7, I should say, that experienced all that. But I remember at our campground, if you look pretty much from the gate of the campground straight, there's this big rock. It's called Fajada Butte. And there's like an ancient sundial up there. Like that's how they would do their like for their winter solstice, summer solstice, stuff like that. Because knowing that, they'd know when to plant their crops, harvest their crops, stuff like that. Nobody can get up there anymore. It used to be a spot where people can walk up and see the sundial, but they completely destroyed the trail to preserve the sundial because the amount of people that would walk up it throughout the year, it was slowly shifting that rock. And the national park didn't want that. So they just cut it off so they could preserve as much of it as they can. I'm telling you, I looked up at that rock that following year, and I saw this man with the biggest headdress up there. He poked his head around the rock. That was at the very top. And then went back. That's all I saw. And I broke down.
Yeah.
I broke down. And turns out, the base of Fajada Butte was a very, very ceremonial burial ground for the tribe that lived there. But dude, that was probably the craziest thing that ever happened to me. Because it
And you
felt
know, it's
so real. And it's gotten to a point where I asked myself, I'm like, did that really happen? And I can remember it like it happened yesterday. It was insane. And even thinking about it now, because even immediately after, each of us were hearing different like instruments. Like my friend Alex, who was there, who experienced it, who's Navajo, she was hearing like like the traditional flutes, and mine, it was just like this heavy drum. It sounded like the canyon had a heartbeat, and that went on for probably about 2 months. Like if it got too quiet, I'd hear it. Eventually it went away, but overall, I don't think it was anything that was meant to harm us. I think it was just meant for the truth to come out, what really happened. And like I said before, why was it us? That's beyond me. I have no idea, but at the end of the day, I'm kind of grateful because nobody will ever understand what we saw. And I can
Wow.
only tell the story because I don't know, man. It was insane. I finally got
I was like,
I finally got the guts to go back into the site the last year I worked there. I was only in there for like 10 minutes, but it kind of gave me a different perspective of it. I went inside and I was looking around and I'm like, It was just that instead of just seeing it as a ruin, I saw it as the civilization, and it was wild. And thinking back to it, like to this day, I don't know if it was a good thing that happened to us or a bad thing that happened to us. I just know that the negative we saw ended up being a positive in regards of the experience, the overall experience. Like I said, yes, it was scary. Yes, every single one of us saw something. Every single one of us had something happen to us that night. But at the end of the day, we all had that happy ending. And it stuck with us for weeks before we were finally able to get like a full night's sleep. Because of course, like you see something I saw, a boy dying right in front of you, it's gonna freak you out.
Yeah, like you'd be pretty freaked out for it.
Right. But we all had to finally come to that understanding that what we saw wasn't the now, it was what was. And then it was kind of crazy too, because we went to Dene College, and that's when we learned in Native American tradition that instead of just life and death, there's layers between like your spiritual life and your physical life. And just learning more about that, it kind of tied everything together. And I think because it was about a 3 year span of just learning and trying to understand, but all of it just kind of tied itself together. And it was insane. And truthfully, I'm not upset that that kind of thing happened to us. And in a way, I feel like if if there's some kind of energy that's transferring this information, that they knew that us, the 8 of us, as a collective, were strong enough to get through it and to understand it. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm no expert at it, but from being able to talk about it now and understanding how it made me feel, that's kind of like my middle ground where I'm met. And it just gave me a way different perspective on life, dude. Yeah, it was. And it's crazy because I remember it like it happened yesterday, but I'm not
Oh
affected
yeah,
by it.
so vivid. It's
Yeah,
not something to forget.
right. But I'm not affected by it. Like, yeah, I'll talk about it. It gives me goosebumps, but that's just like the memory. But at the end of the day, I am confident that I know what happened, and I can only tell the story so people will know.
Yeah, like you saw it. You know what you saw.
Right. And I'm telling you, like, this lasted hours when it all went down between going into the site and getting back to our campground to finally being able to lay down. It lasted hours, hours long. Probably about 6, 7 hours.
That's nuts. Listen, I hate to cut you off, but we're about 30 minutes past the 1 hour time slot we had for the podcast.
You know what?
And I
Keep
can
it.
see I see Punky over there telling his story, and I just see Terrell to my right. I've been laughing for the last 30 minutes because Terrell has slowly been deteriorating. He is so tired over there. And I just see him slowly falling asleep. And I also have a question. Josh, are you still here?
Yeah, I've been
No,
listening to the
I'm
story.
not, I'm not
All right.
falling asleep. I'm
Okay.
just
And you know
You
what?
know what?
After the podcast, I want to hear Terrell's input and what,
Make it
because you clearly know more about
get known.
tradition than I
well,
do.
so just to bring out context of, because I've been through similar stuff that you're talking about. Usually burial grounds, ceremonial grounds, even like the Antelope Canyon where you can like tour and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Usually stuff that are like national like visit places. Um 'Cause I know the Antelope Canyon, there's always a elderly native lady and an elderly Native American man there, they always bless the canyons
Mm-hmm.
because in Native American culture and Navajo culture specifically, we're not supposed to be traveling or going into certain places.
Right.
And for the burial ground that you were at, I'm pretty sure no one really has done like ceremonial like praises over it for like protection.
Mm-hmm.
So from what you probably experienced more of like, we call them worlds, basically.
Right.
You and your crew probably went through a spiritual world connection. That's why when you brought up the your friend saying that her hand was like going flat against the door
Mm-hmm.
or the open doorway where there was nothing there, you guys were basically trapped inside of a spiritual world vortex, basically. It's something that you can either learn from, you can either experience from. It just really depends on what the message is being sent to you.
And like I said too, I didn't feel like the message was negative. I just feel like the message was, hey, these people got it wrong. These researchers got it wrong.
Yeah, it just really depends too, because it depends on the culture as well. Because
And even
every
the
tribe
Navajos,
is
even the Navajos that were there, because it was population in that crew was mostly Navajo, minus
yeah.
Jeremy being white as freaking snow, Kachina being white as snow, me being Mexican as Mexico.
And if those guys were like really traditional as well, that could also be a factor. It could
Right.
basically, from their energy and the fact that you guys were there with them, it could have dragged your guys' spiritual energy with it without you guys even knowing.
Right.
So probably that's why you got to experience a spiritual experience from that. So yeah, it's kind of yeah. Like I said, I've been through some, but I don't like talking about them because mine have been really, um, I guess you could say like basically you're not supposed like in my culture you're not supposed to talk about it
Right.
because especially when people always go like, oh, like I've unlocked my spirit animal. You're never supposed to let anyone know because
Right.
that's more of a traditional thing.
Right.
That's
And
why
I know that it's different across
eh,
different tribes. It's like, hey, there needs to be this specific ceremony if it's announced and this and that.
yeah, that's
It
why
just
like when you
depends
see
on the
like
culture.
I think it's funny when people see like teepees up and stuff like that. They're like, "Oh, they're like doing like a powwow thing." I'm like, "No, that's literally something traditional that's going on.
Right.
They're experiencing something going on in there."
But
This
yeah,
is great.
it gave me a new light for the culture, dude. It was insane.
Yeah.
This is great, and I hate to cut it off, but we are about 20 minutes away from hitting the 2 hour mark on the podcast, and I'm
Oh,
Keep it.
we
Keep
are
it.
already in the extra long
We are
episode.
we are scared. We're
I already
scared
know we
here.
lost Joe's to, I'm
We
assuming,
want it.
GTA roleplay. We lost Isaiah to Rocket League at the start of this whole thing. Jerry's been staring off into space. I don't even know if he's playing something. I can't tell. His
No,
glasses aren't telling me
like
anything.
literally, I'm literally
Um,
playing with this. It's like
so
a
we're
thing of
gonna we're gonna very quickly go into ending things real fast. We're gonna do another. Our next episode will be more scary stories we've been through and stuff because I still have stuff I want to talk about. I know Jay Ray said he has a really good story he wants to talk
Yeah,
about.
I'll keep my
I'll say
mouth
it next time
shut.
for sure.
I'll keep my mouth shut next time, but I wanted to get that out.
I think Punky
Yeah,
alone,
and I mean, I'm
I think
glad you
Punky
did.
alone
That
had a
is a
whole hour on his story, but it was a really good
that's
story.
that was a really
it
good hook.
was.
You had me all the way.
Yeah, dude.
I think we
And
should pay somebody to animate that to try to see if they could reflect what you said.
All
dude,
right,
and I'm
you heard it here
yeah.
first. Jay Ray's gonna pay someone to animate it. He's got the money. He's gonna do it.
I'll do it. I'll send it. Give me the clip. I'll send it.
Aside
like-
from that, we're gonna go ahead and go into ending. Punky, you want any words of wisdom, or do you want to call somebody out? Go ahead.
Yep.
Yeah.
Isaiah, any words of wisdom, or do you want to call somebody out? Go ahead.
He's muted.
Go ahead.
Don't judge me.
Don't
When in
judge me.
doubt, just freaking
He's lost in the sauce, bro.
Bro, did
Do
anyone
something
else,
with it. Just do something with it.
did anyone else just see his eyes go?
Ugh.
Do so.
So, dude, his eyes went chameleon style for like a second, and it was kind of funny to see for just a minute. I know it wasn't. He was like, I can't even do it.
He just
Anyway, it
they're
just
supposed
made
to
me
like
laugh.
look at the camera and then you're supposed to look behind it.
J Ray, words of wisdom, or do you want to call someone out? Go for it.
I want to have words of wisdoms. Hit hard, hit fast, and hit often.
Alrighty, words of wisdom, or call someone out. Joe's.
I'm just, yeah.
Love and
Alright.
life.
I'm tired.
I thought are we not doing 3v3 Rocket League after this?
Oh, we should be.
I'm still down. to
Yeah,
play Rocket
I'm already loaded up, dude.
Yep.
Josh is already there.
I loaded it up while Punky was in the middle of his story. Because I thought it was gonna end a lot 20 minutes ago.
Sorry.
We just no, you're good. We
You
just
should
did
be.
Joe's. Terrell, words of wisdom, or call someone out. Go.
If you have the rhythm of the powwow drum, just keep on dancing on.
Oh yeah. Josh, words of wisdom, or call someone out. Go for it.
Natives.
Yeah, natives.
Yeah.
Yeah. Woo!
I'm sorry. Hold on. Yeah, natives, as in you're calling out the natives, or yeah, natives, as that's your words of wisdom.
It's my words of wisdom. You can learn something from them.
All right.
Yee-yee. Half
Sounds
native
good.
himself.
I'm gonna take a little bit of time to zoom in on myself real quick so I can get this out. Look at here.
Do.
Whether you love us or hate us, whether you're with us or against us, if you watch, if you don't watch, this is getting posted separately, and it's gonna be on every single social media account we have. I think we only have one right now, but we're gonna have a whole lot more coming soon. It doesn't matter whether this is our first episode, this is our last episode, whether we go for 1,000 episodes, 2,000 episodes, 5,000 episodes, 10,000 episodes. It does not matter. This will succeed. These boys are going to push to get something done. So whether you're with us or against us, we will get to the top one way or another. Welcome to it all. Remember to hit the subscribe button on YouTube. Make sure to really liked it and enjoyed it. Make sure to catch us next week every Sunday at 10 a.m. Mountain Time or noon Eastern Time, 9 a.m. Pacific. For every new episode, it's released every Sunday. This has been Kirby. I've been joined by Punky, Isaiah, J-Ray, Terrell. Make sure to buy tickets to the fight between me and J-Ray. I don't know when that's going to be scheduled, but I know it's coming at some point.
We're gonna
It's
have
coming
like
down the
suits
pipe.
of armor. We should do a suits of armor, like
Garrett,
straight
what
up,
you
like
don't
fight.
What you don't understand is before you came into this call, I literally dropped a promo on you, and that's about all I got to say about that. Whether or not it makes the cut is up to Punky, but there's a solid like 15, 20 minutes where I'm not 15, 20 minutes, but you know what I mean. Who the fuck just turned on their thing and it's making all that noise?
Dong.
Isaiah.
Anyway, thank you for listening to the BS Bros podcast. Remember to do all the stuff that I just said a minute ago. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys in episode 6.
Now with video.